Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that I know is near and dear to all of our hearts: work-life balance. Specifically, how to actually achieve it. Because let's be real, in today's fast-paced world, it can feel like we're constantly juggling a million things at once, right? Between our careers, our families, our friends, and let's not forget ourselves. It's easy to feel like we're being pulled in a million different directions, am I right? But here's the thing, you deserve to have it all. You deserve a life that feels fulfilling and joyful both inside the office and out. So in this video, I'm sharing my 6 essential tips to help you create that balance and start living your best life. Let's do this.
Okay, let's kick things off with a big one: boundaries. And believe me, I know this can feel a little scary. Setting boundaries can sometimes feel like you're letting people down or risking opportunities. But trust me on this, my friend. Setting clear boundaries between your work life and personal life is non-negotiable when it comes to preventing burnout and creating a life you truly love. It's like building a healthy fence around your time and energy. It's about recognizing that you deserve time and space for yourself, your loved ones, and your passions outside of work. Think of it this way. If you were constantly on for work, answering emails at all hours, taking calls during dinner, would you ever truly be present and recharged for the next day? Probably not. And that's where boundaries come in. They're not about being rude or inflexible. They're about respecting yourself and your time. So how do you start setting these magical boundaries? First, get clear on your non-negotiables. What are the things that absolutely positively must happen in your personal life? Maybe it's dinner with your family every night, a yoga class 3 times a week, or simply having an hour to unwind with a good book before bed. Whatever it is, write it down and treat those commitments as sacred. Next, communicate those boundaries clearly and respectfully to your colleagues, clients, and even your family. Let them know when you're available and when you're not, and stick to it. You might be surprised how understanding people can be when you're upfront and honest about your needs. Remember, setting boundaries is a practice. It takes time, consistency, and a little courage, but I promise you the rewards are immeasurable. When you set boundaries, you're essentially saying yes to yourself, your well-being, and a more balanced life. And that, my friend, is something worth fighting for.
All right, let's talk about self-care. And no, I'm not talking about bubble baths and face masks, although those are never a bad idea. I'm talking about prioritizing your physical and mental health. Because here's the thing, when you feel good, you show up better in all areas of your life. You're more focused, more productive, and more likely to make choices that align with your overall well-being. Think of it this way, your energy is like a bank account. You can't keep withdrawing without making deposits, right? Self-care is about making those deposits, replenishing your energy levels, and investing in your long-term well-being. It's the foundation of a truly balanced and fulfilling life. So, what does self-care actually look like in practice? Well, it's different for everyone, but it might include things like nourishing your body with healthy foods, moving your body in a way that feels good, getting enough sleep, spending time in nature, connecting with loved ones, practicing mindfulness or meditation, pursuing hobbies and passions that bring you joy, or even just taking some quiet time for yourself to relax and recharge. The key here is to find what works for you and make it a non-negotiable part of your routine. Schedule it in your calendar if you have to. Remember, self-care is not an indulgence. It's an investment in your health, happiness, and your ability to show up fully in your life.
Let's be real. In today's digital age, technology can feel like a double-edged sword. On one hand, it connects us with the world, makes our lives easier, and can even be a powerful tool for productivity. But on the other hand, it can also be a major source of distraction, overwhelm, and even anxiety. So how do we find that sweet spot? How do we harness the power of technology without letting it rule our lives? Well, it starts with becoming aware of our own habits. How much time are we spending scrolling through social media? Are we constantly checking our emails after work hours? Are we using technology as a way to avoid being present in the moment? Once we have a better understanding of our own tech habits, we can start to make small but impactful changes. One strategy is to set boundaries around our tech use. For example, we can create tech-free zones in our homes like the bedroom or the dinner table. We can also set specific times to check our emails and social media accounts rather than being constantly tethered to our devices. Another helpful tip is to be mindful of the content we're consuming online. Are we following accounts that inspire us and bring us joy? Or are we constantly bombarding ourselves with negativity and comparison? Remember, technology is a tool. It's up to us to use it wisely and in a way that supports our well-being, not detracts from it. By being mindful of our tech habits and setting healthy boundaries, we can reclaim our time, focus on what truly matters, and create a healthier relationship with the digital world.
All right, let's talk about delegation. I know for some of us, the mere thought of delegating tasks can feel a little, well, uncomfortable. We might think, but no one can do it as well as I can, or it's just easier to do it myself. But my dear friend, let me tell you, delegation is not about giving up control. It's about leveraging your time and energy more effectively so you can focus on what truly matters. Think about it. You are one person with limited time and energy. You can't possibly do it all, at least not without burning yourself out in the process. Delegation is about recognizing your strengths and focusing on the tasks that only you can do, while entrusting others to handle the rest. It's about building a team, whether it's at work or at home, that supports your vision and allows you to operate at your highest level. Now I know what you might be thinking, but Marie, I don't even know where to begin. Well, start by identifying tasks that you can easily hand off to others. Maybe it's delegating certain responsibilities at work, asking your partner to help out more around the house, or even hiring a babysitter or a virtual assistant to free up some of your time. Remember, delegation is a skill, and like any skill, it takes practice. Start small, be clear about your expectations, and provide support along the way. You might be surprised at how capable the people around you are and how much lighter your load can feel when you embrace the power of delegation.
Let's talk about downtime, my friends. And no, I don't mean those 5 minutes you snatch between meetings to scroll through Instagram. I'm talking about intentionally scheduling regular breaks and leisure activities into your week, just like you would any other important appointment. Because here's the thing, downtime is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's essential for our physical and mental health, our creativity, and our overall well-being. When we're constantly on, our minds and bodies never get a chance to fully rest and recharge. This can lead to burnout, stress, and even health problems down the line. But when we prioritize downtime, we're giving ourselves the gift of rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation. We're allowing ourselves to come back to our lives and our work with renewed energy, focus, and creativity. So, how do we make downtime a non-negotiable part of our lives? Well, it starts with our mindset. We need to shift from viewing downtime as a luxury to seeing it as an essential investment in our well-being. Just like we schedule our workouts and our meetings, we need to schedule in time for relaxation, fun, and connection. This might look like blocking out an hour each evening to unwind with a good book, scheduling a weekly yoga class, planning a weekend getaway, or simply committing to putting away our phones for a few hours each day. The key is to find activities that bring you joy, help you de-stress, and allow you to fully disconnect from the demands of daily life. Remember, downtime is not about being unproductive. It's about recharging your batteries so you can show up as the best, most energized version of yourself.
Here's the thing about work-life balance. It's not a destination, it's a journey. It's an ongoing process of checking in with yourself and making adjustments. Life is constantly changing, and our needs evolve. What worked before might not serve us now. And that's okay. Be flexible and willing to experiment until you find a rhythm that feels good. So, how do we actually do this? Set aside regular time to reflect on how you're feeling. Ask yourself, how are my energy levels? Am I feeling burned out? Am I making time for important things? Am I living in alignment with my values? Maybe you need stronger boundaries or more self-care. Be honest with yourself and approach this with self-compassion. There's no such thing as perfect work-life balance. It's about finding a sustainable rhythm that works for you. And that's more than okay, it's actually beautiful. So there you have it, my 6 essential tips for achieving a better work-life balance in 2024. Remember, creating a life you love is an ongoing journey, not a destination. It's about making conscious choices each and every day that support your well-being and bring you closer to your goals. So, be patient with yourself, celebrate your progress, and never, ever give up on creating a life that feels amazing from the inside out. Thanks for watching. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. hit that subscribe button for more content like this. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Tell me which tip resonated with you the most and how you're planning to create more balance in your own life. See you in the next video.